I'm back. I am not organized and or ready, but I'm back. Hello. I don't know what the heck happened. Sorry for the little interruption. But as I was streaming, I got a phone call, so I declined it. And then all of a sudden my phone was completely like frozen. And I don't know what was going on. So I'm back. You know, I would have, if I was a betting man, I would have bet on the animals eating me as well.
Expedition Everest, 20-minute wait. So Magnus can ride it, but it's like a normal. Magnus can ride that one.
But it kind of sucks at the same time because what rides today? We did some rides today. We did some rides. And my phone crapped out, but I'm here again. And we were streaming for a little over an hour here at Animal Kingdom. And now I'm actually going to be heading out the door. That's right, I'm going to be actually getting ready to leave this park because I was pretty much going to be heading out because we were streaming for a little while. But I wanted to come back because I didn't want to be rude and be like, you know, no ending, no nothing, just the phone crap out and that's it. You know, that sucks. So I figure what I'm going to do is while I'm going to do like a little treat, a Tony in the car, if you will. I don't think we've gotten any vlogs with a Tony in a car. And I like when people ask questions. Like when somebody asked, I forget who it was, asked, you know, how I made the move to Florida, you know, like, and I told this story, you know, only having $3,000 to my name and so on and so forth. You know, I like when people ask questions about like us or me specifically, because I've done a lot of weird and wild things in my day, and I'm not scared to answer any of those questions, and I don't have any regrets of my past life. Your boy Tony used to do some effed up stuff. You know what I mean? And they were stupid, but I don't regret it. So,
what'd you say about me? I feel like these people.
As we're walking out of Animal Kingdom, or still walking around to get out, I'm gonna hook you guys up to the car, and I'm gonna drive home, and I'm gonna answer some of your questions or tell you some crazy stories, you know, or however. So this is I'm gonna let you guys ask whatever you want. This is no holds barred, you know? You wanna ask anything? Could even be personal. I don't care. I have no regrets. So, yeah, hello. We'll do what it gotta do, man. So maybe I'll start. Oh, boxers or briefs. When I was younger, obviously, tighty whities. When I got older, boxers. And then when I got really old, briefs. You know, and I like the silky kind. Makes me feel good. What part of Florida? We are Central Florida. About 20 minutes from Animal Kingdom, our closest park that we live to. And 40 to 45 minutes from Universal. Oh, Krista, I told you, man, I'm going to answer questions. You got questions? Even if they're joking around, I'm going to answer them. Because I just don't care. That's the type of person I am. I'll always be truthful to you guys. You know what I mean? Always. Oh, you live in Miami? Miami's cool, man. Miami parties, dude. Like, you want to party, you go to Miami. At least that's how it was back in the day. I haven't been to Miami in quite a long while. Do you like Central Florida? We are considering moving to Florida. Oh, dude, if you can do it, do it. You know? I love Florida. Now, if you don't know, I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Been living in Florida for 3 years now. And I just love everything about Florida. Everything. No cold. I mean, it's cold some days, but no snow. You know, like, I'll take hurricanes over snow any day. My back just cannot do the shoveling anymore. Housing is cheaper, buying a house. However, rent, like renting an apartment, is pretty much, dude, let me be honest. Renting an apartment here in Florida, especially Central Florida, could run you on a 2-bedroom apartment. Let's just say 2-bedroom apartment. Run you anywhere from $1,400 to $2,200 a month, depending on your areas. Dude, that's a mortgage payment. And you don't know if that price is going to keep going up because the landlord can do whatever they want. So I bought a house. But I've rented the whole time, even in Philadelphia. So it's my first house we bought. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living now? Do you still do the same job you had when you moved to Florida? No. Like I said, as a trade, I was a mason in Florida. I mean, Florida, not Florida, Pennsylvania. If you don't know what masonry is, brick, block, and stone, you know? I got all my certificates still in my wallet that I can operate those boom lifts that go 200 some feet in the air, standing a little 5x5 laying brick. No, I do not do that here in Florida because you know what? It is way too hot. The humidity is so bad. So bad sometimes that when I even mow the lawn for 15 minutes, I feel like I'm dying. And that's really, like, doing masonry is already like deathly, you know what I mean? Like, when I would go into work as a mason, I would think every day, all right, how am I going to die today? Because it's that bad. Let me put it for instance, like, I faced death almost in one situation when I was a mason. I was working inside that was burned up building, right? It was burned up. And we were tearing some stuff down because we were going to rebuild it, right? Knock it down and rebuild it back up. And while we were getting rid of debris, you know, I was on a scaffold, a rolling scaffold. Probably about 10 feet in the air, so nothing. And I had a guy on the ground who was kind of like my eyes if I was going to miss something, you know what I mean? And so he's pushing me around. I'm looking where I need to go. He's looking at surrounding areas because we don't know if the roof's going to collapse or anything else. So we hit like a ditch where I had to get off, and we had to shimmy the rolling scaffold around a ditch, right? So I had to get down. Now he's supposed to be my eyes. I'm walking down the stairs of the scaffold. I take one step. Next thing I know, something crashes on my head here. Good thing I had a helmet on. And I'm lying on the ground, on the snow, on a pile of bricks, right? Here's what happened. My lookout guy did not have a lookout, and I had a 50-pound water pipe come crashing down on my head about 30 to 35 feet in the air. So, like I said, it was like 50 pounds, but when you're dropping that far, that weight exceeds that 50 pounds. And I got knocked out. So, you know, you got to think about those things. So to answer your question, no, I do not do that job anymore. You do, because in this humidity, something really bad could happen. And I precious my life a little bit more. So for right now, to answer your question, what do? I am a chef at a hospital. It's okay. I like cooking, I really do. Plus I used to do that on the off seasons in Pennsylvania because you can't lay brick under 35-degree weather. So we would have time off. So I wouldn't collect unemployment, I would just continue working and I would work as a cook. And then when the season would start back up again to laying, I'd go back to masonry. So hopefully that answered that question. Yeah, you know, that's a way to a woman's heart is by food. Now, I really love to cook, man. And you should all know how to cook, you know? Everybody should learn. Even if it's something stupid and just learning how to make eggs, you know? See, there you go. You can boil water. Hey, you know, you're on the start for making pasta. That's the key thing. First thing, boil water. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I've been watching people do that. I love it.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, while I'm at home, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly. See what's going on in the
Because I
pond.
used to always want to have a webcam.
Yeah.
So you can watch it. This is 10 times better. So who are you with?
I'm with
Which are you?
Tip of the Ears
Okay.
is the YouTube channel.
Okay.
And yeah, we just scroll around. I live here locally, and we just go to the
I
parks.
love it.
show
I've been
people.
watching it a lot. So
Awesome.
That's great.
Very
job.
good. Thank you. That's not cooking, Krista. Yes, it is. It is the start of cooking. Boiling water. After you boil water, you're gonna add a little bit of salt, okay? I'm teaching you how to make pasta. You know, boil your water, add a little bit of salt, you know, not a lot, just a little bit. And then you're gonna add the pasta, okay, as much as you want. And you're gonna continuously stirring it, and then you let it sit for a couple minutes, and you're gonna stir it again, and it should be roughly about 11 to 12 minutes. Your pasta should be done. Put the heat to medium, like a 6, about a 6. Let it sit for that 11, 12 minutes. Stir every few minutes until it becomes al dente. There you go. I just taught you how to make pasta. So you go home and you do it. You do it now. I'll tell you what, I can't bake. I cannot bake. No way. Because it's not like cooking. That's a different animal. Baking, you have to be precise. And I don't like that. And two, you just have to be precise. It's not like cooking, like actual food. And if you mess something up, you can fix it by adding maybe another ingredient here or adding something else, and then it works. You can't do that in the baking world. You cannot.
So, why not move your office to that project? Thank you all for...
See? There you go. You are a pastry chef is what we would call you.
Which is like the...
Anybody else got some more questions? Random questions? Questions about life? Anything? Anything.
I talked about too, not liking that setup. I don't...
You ask it, I'll answer it.
I have the board to...
I ever do a water park stream when it opens? Yeah, absolutely. Lisa loves the water parks. So, and we didn't get to go last year at all. Well, that was COVID. So, the year before that, we'll say, when there was no such thing at that time of this strain of COVID, we didn't get to go. And Lisa was upset. She wanted to go. So, when they open, I do plan on, going on a day or something like that. I would never up my pass to have the water parks included because I'm not a big water park person. I like the rides, but I'm just not a water park person. Have a great day, Krista. Goodbye. Make some pasta. Already. Jeez. Like my day got wasted. Where are you heading now? Oh, heading home. Lisa gets done with work soonish. So I like to be home before her, so I get some things done around the house. Maybe make her a dinner, I don't know. Maybe not, I don't know. Gotta unload the dishwasher, that I gotta do. Had to get an oil change this morning and realize it's gonna cost me like $600 because all 4 tires need to be gone, and then of course labor on top of it, and my tires are roughly about $110 a piece. So, fun stuff. Probably shouldn't film people's cars. Probably shouldn't do that. Not that I was showing any license plates, but I guess I probably shouldn't do that. Whew. Man, it's hot out today. Feels good though, 85. I think it's roughly about 83 right now. It's pretty rad. But I don't, do we have any, weather is looking nice. Yeah, it's awesome right now. Supposed to be like 80s all week, except for I think Thursday and Friday are going to be about the like 66 or 70. But then the rest of the week after Friday, it goes back into the high 70s and the 80s. Where the hell did I park? I don't think I passed it. I might have passed it. I usually do when I'm streaming trying to find the car. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's good weather. I dig it. It's better than that waking up like 6 in the morning and 40 degrees or something like that. It's crazy. Can't tell if that's my car up there. And I think I passed my car, as always. I do that all the time. Does anybody else do that? Leave it in the comments. You ever get so distracted? You always just like lose your car and you're like, oh geez, I passed my car somewhere. Because you walk to like the end. That's what I do all the time, especially when I'm filming. I don't know what's going on anywhere. I lost my car for an hour in Universal parking lot. Dude, I've done that before too, man. Don't feel bad about that. Don't feel bad at all. I did that once at Universal, and I did it another time here as well at Animal Kingdom, because I was an idiot one day because I was walking with my buddy and I forgot to like take note of where I parked, and I was like, oh crap, and then I lost the car. You know, I bet you I'm not even in the right parking area. Maybe I should see what parking lot I'm in, or area I should say. I know I'm in Peacock, but I don't know which, what row I'm even in. So maybe we'll call this the Get Lost with Tony in the Parking Lot video. Whatever. I don't care. F it. Yeah, I think I was totally 2 rows over of where I needed to be. Sounds like a Seinfeld episode. Dude, let me be honest. I never really got into Seinfeld. You know, like, I know a lot of people loved it, and I can understand why they do. I just never got into it. Like, yeah, George is hilarious and Kramer is just Kramer. But I don't like Jerry. I think I always found him rather annoying no matter what he did. It's the way he talks. Bothers me. But then again, it bothers me the way I talk. Dude, that's like one of my biggest things. Like when I'm editing videos and I have to hear myself talk, I'm like, oh my God, shut up. Your voice is annoying. People tell me it's unique, but I'm like, dude, you're crazy. Sound like this like drugged out surfer, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of what I feel like I sound like. Sound like a dude from like Cali or something like that. I don't know. Ah, I found my car. I found it. See, all is good in the world. Yeah, it's my car. I didn't make that noise. That wasn't me. Yeah, I found my car. Bitchin'. Whoa! Welcome to the car. I found it. This is gonna be a little weird for a second. A little weird. It's gonna be weird. Told you. It's gonna be just a little weird. Boom. Look at that. I gotcha. A little weird. It's gonna be a little weird. Look at that. Boom. All right, you guys wanna go for a drive? Let's turn off Cypress Hill because I'll get copyright. But yes, I was listening to Cypress Hill on my way here to the park. So I guess we can't listen to music or I guess the copyright. How do you like the new car? Oh, the Toyota we bought for Lisa? Yeah, the Toyota's pretty cool. I mean, she's gonna have a rad time on it. I mean, driving that. Let me tell you, it's not a fast car. It's not fast. It's like 110 horsepower. I told her, I said, you're gonna have problems trying to pass people on I-4. Yeah, that's insane in the membrane. I like what you did there. I like what you did. I like old school rap, man. And that's generally what I listen to. Not all the time, because I'm more into like punk rock and roll. But I love my roots, man. Like I said, I was born, raised Philadelphia. You know, so you just listen to it. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. And that's the way it will be. So I always listen to that, to the old rap. I don't listen to that crap today, man. That rap is garbage. Like, cause rap back in my day, man, it actually had a meaning. messages, whether positive, good or bad, but it was talking about real life. Now all rap talks about now is just like, I don't even know what. I don't even know. I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the generation gaps. I don't know. Like I said, I think I'm like 36 or 37. I don't know. I got a birthday next month. I know that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you how old I am. I usually have to look to Lisa. That's no joke. And then she laughs at me and tells me how old I am. Yeah. Other than that, I really don't know. It's kind of weird doing a car video. This is, I think, the very first car live stream, I guess. So, does anybody on here have any countdowns to whether it be Disney World or Universal? Seatbelts, Tony, seatbelts. I know. Hear that dinging? Do as I not do? Or no, don't do as I do. Yeah, don't do as I do. Yeah, it chafes my nipples. Guardians of the Galaxy reference, anybody? No, just me? Okay. No, sometimes seatbelts do chafes me nipples. I know if that's like TMI, too much information, but my nipples are pierced. Well, just one got ripped out. And the seatbelts sometimes get like lodged under the ring or the barbell, and sometimes it can rip, and I just don't like that feeling. Or like I can feel like kind of like the seatbelt cutting into me there. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. We're taking a little drive, hanging out, having a good time. I wish I had a motorcycle again. Today would be a rad day to go cruising out on 2. And that's what we used to call it back in the day. We used to always say, if you knew we were going to go riding our motorcycles, man, we'd always say we're going to go out on 2. Or we're leaving on 2. You know, 2 wheels. Makes sense, right? Maybe I'm just that old. I don't know. If I'm boring you guys, you can just say, like, text on here or leave in the comments, like, your story bores me, Tony, and then we'll stop this. I just figure I'm just going to hang out until, like, somebody tells me I'm, you know, really boring in life. There's probably no piercings below the belt. Yeah, no, there's no piercings below the belt. You know, I've had a lot of stuff pierced. And I actually hate piercings. But people didn't understand that because at that time I had a lot pierced. I usually got piercings because when I was just like bored or pissed off. Then it would just be like a quick fix of a little bit of pain. This was back in the day. But I've had my septum pierced. My ears used to be gauged. That's why, like, if you look close to my ear, you can see a little sag in them. I had my conch pierced, which is like the inside of your earlobe, like right in the crunch, the hard cartilage area. Let's see, I had my dermal anchors pierced, or I got pierced with dermal anchors, I should say. And dermal anchors you can place anywhere. And I used to have them under the collarbones, one on each side, pierced there. I had the back of my neck pierced, my lip pierced, which still has a hole. And actually I could fit like an 18 gauge still through there. And my eyebrow is pierced. I think those were all of my piercings. And right now I just only have the one. Well, 2 I use. I'll, you know, rock the captive bead, and then sometimes I'll have my dangle razor blade, but today I'm just 1. I wanted dimple piercings, but I know work won't like it. Yeah, I wanted a couple other piercings too that work won't like. Like, I would like a dermal anchor right at my eye. but work wouldn't let me do it. It's also another reason I don't have my knuckles or hands tattooed, because I always wanted my knuckles done, but I didn't because of work, and I never knew where I was going to work at or what I was going to do, because I have such an extensive work history, or resume, if you will, that I pretty much just took it to the watch line, of tattoos, so I could always wear a button-up shirt or a long-sleeve button-up shirt, and nobody would see my tattoos. But then sometimes I forget I always have one behind my ear here. I always forget about that tattoo. And my work, I have to, for work, use cover-up. So I got to use, if I run out, I got to go in the women aisle, and I got to look for cover-up. And my colors are completely off. I'm sure all you ladies would laugh at the color skin tone. And because I don't know what I'm picking out. I'm just dude, it's cover-up, whatever. Heck it. And then it'll just be a blob. I'll just go throw it on. It'll just be a blob on there, so it's not even blended in, because I'm I don't care, I followed the rules, it's covered. I look like hell, but it's covered, and I don't know. I told you I have weird stories, man. I have a lot of weird stories, I could tell you stories for days, man. Stories that would shock you and stories that would probably crack you up. I don't know. I think that's why Lisa liked me so much at the time before we dated and everything else. Probably because I had great stories. You guys know, here's a story. It's a concert one, but I took Lisa to her very first rock and roll concert. I think we were just kind of dating, but we weren't official. And hold on, Tony, what was your first punk rock show? I'll answer that question first. My very first punk rock show was not a major label punk band. I used to go to the clubs. I think my very first show, or how do I want to put that? My very first punk rock show, I was 13 years old, I want to say. And it was just a bunch of local bands. And, but it was really cool. So I was 13 years old, being in my very first mosh pit and everything else. That was really bitchin'. But I have seen a lot of punk major label artist bands. I could not tell you what the first one was, though. I couldn't, because I just don't remember. I've seen a lot of bands. And I used to, be in Philadelphia, I used to go to CBGB's when CBGB's was still around. So I'm actually proud in my generation to say I went to a bunch of shows in New York City at CBGB's. Everybody kind of below me in age just hear the stories from whether me or any of the old heads who used to go to those shows. CBGB's was the place, man. It's where a lot of good punk bands or, rock bands got their starts. The Dead Boys got their starts there. Ramones, Blondie. Yeah, Blondie was a punk rocker before she went all hippie. Well, not hippie. Well, it was kind of hippie. Well, not really hippie. It was that disco era. Before she went disco, Blondie was a punk rocker. Yeah. I didn't like her disco years. I understood it and I appreciated it. It just wasn't my thing. I don't know. You guys know who the band Steel Panther is? They're a metal band, but 80s metal. And they're kind of like a satire 80s band, very glam, spandex. They wear wigs, big hair, and they pretty much all their songs are very sexual, but they're making fun. I took Lisa to her very first rock concert. We went to go see Steel Panther together, and her face was or some of the things they were singing and talking about. Oh, it was great. I love that band. That was fun. See? I passed the old... Yeah, it is sad. I passed CBGB's maybe twice when it closed up. And I would just take random trips to New York. Social Distortion, yeah, dude. I like Social D. I've seen them. I think I want to say... Whoops. Sorry about that once again. Got caught up because now my phone, because it was sitting on the dash, got overheated. And they were like, temperature is too hot. You can't use your phone until it cools down. Bunch of jerks. So now I'm holding my phone in front of the AC unit, being irresponsible. Supposed to be 10 and 2. Yeah, see, it works now. I know. It's crazy. But I missed some of the questions if anybody had any. You have the 12. Yeah, right? I think. Yeah, I have the 12. I have the 12 Pro. Lisa just has the 12. She didn't need the Pro. I didn't think so because, well, she doesn't do any photography or anything like that. And we don't use like filming on her phone, so it's kind of like you don't need that. You know, if you want a basic standard phone, just get the 12. If you take a lot of pictures or you're videoing, I would say get the Plus, you know. I just upgraded to the 11, didn't want the 12. The 11 is exactly the same as the 12. I don't care what AT&T, Verizon, Best Buy, or anybody else tries to tell you. Look at the specs, right? They put it out there. You can see the specs online. And the 11 and the 12 are the exact same phone. The 11 Pro and the 12 Pro is the exact same phone. So Lisa and I, we both had the 10 before we went to the 12, you know. So that's why we have the 12, because we came from, she had the 10S and I had the 10S Max. So I went to the 12, but I told her if we had the 11s, I wouldn't have jumped up to the 12, you know. So I told her we're probably going to hang on to the 12s for a while, even when the new iPhone 13 or 15 or 17 come out, because there's not going to be much of a difference. The 8 Plus is still an amazing phone, you know? 8 Plus is still an amazing phone. Just, you know, compared to like, I think you really start noticing the difference when you get into the iPhone 10 on camera quality. That's really the difference. But other than that, the phone's great if you're just using it for a phone. I remember I had the very first iPhone when it came out, the very first iPhone. Dude, I used to throw that thing against the wall. It would never break. That's when iPhones were actually made to last. You know? And now look at them. Just look at them. You like drop it like 2 feet from the ground and you feel like your heart skipped a beat. You're gonna have like a heart attack. True story. But I think I have bored you guys enough. My boring shenanigans. But like I said, we were live earlier today at Animal Kingdom. We were walking around. We streamed for about an hour or so. And then I got a stupid phone call and it froze my screen and it lagged, so I had to cut off. I just came back on this random live stream just to apologize and to, you know, give off a proper goodbye. You know what I mean? So we are going to cut this video. So I will be live again. What's today? Monday. Wednesday, I think. We're going to play like, it's going to be a home vlog live stream. We're going to be from the house, but we're going to talk. It's going to be kind of cool because we're going to be a killjoy on some Disney rides, because we're going to do like a, you know, like for instance, Magic Kingdom. is flooded with rides, and although rides are good there, some just don't keep the course of good rides. So we're gonna go talk about each land and take away, if we could, one ride from that land because it just doesn't meet expectations anymore. So that should be fun. It's kind of like a hate video a little bit. I'm sure a lot of people will be like, why would you get rid of this ride? It's the most amazing thing in the world. And we're gonna do a warehouse video this weekend. And I am hoping Saturday we will be live from Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. So we will park hop. So that should be pretty rad. And it's gonna be like about 78 degrees that day, so that'll be cool. But all right, guys, we will see you next time. As always, thank you for hanging out, listening to me ramble. And if you were in the first stream, looking around at Animal Kingdom and seeing how dead it was there. And we got to ride the safari. That was awesome. So we will see you next time, guys. Vlog finito. Bye-bye.